Good morning, friends. It's good to be with you here from my back porch. I tried to record outside, but the wind was too strong. So here I am in my mess of a back porch. Y'all, what a week this has been. It seems like 3 months ago when I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday to go and help voters enact democracy in our nation. And we have all been on quite a roller coaster since then, I'm sure. As people who care deeply about the democratic process, about the inherent worth and dignity of all people, and about justice, equity, and compassion in human relations, this election was an important one. Many of us exhaled yesterday and realized that we had been holding our breath for a really long time. Others of us only half exhaled, though. Because even though the American people have said with their vote that human decency and honesty matter, the fact remains that with our current two-party system of establishment candidates, it leaves so many people and so many viewpoints out of the mainstream governance of our country. There's a poem that I love to read after Christmas is over, after the shiny lights have been taken down and the radio goes back to regular music. We've just taken a breath to recover from the busyness of the season. It's Howard Thurman's poem, Now the Work of Christmas Begins. And it goes like this. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, and to bring peace among the peoples, to make music in the heart. My friend Steve Flower shared a powerful rewrite of this poem yesterday that names the reality of both the relief and the deeper call of this moment. I call it, Now the Work of Democracy Begins. When the votes are counted and recounted, when the champagne toasts are done, when the fireworks are spent, the streamers and banners stilled, when the cheering and congratulations are silent, the work of restoration begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among others, and to make music in the heart. This month at First UU, we've begun a conversation about healing. And we'll continue to imagine the ways that we can provide space and resources for the healing that is needed in our individual lives, in our own church community, and in the world around us. There is much need of healing, to be sure. Until there are no kids in cages at our southern border, we need healing. Until same-gender couples don't wake up on a Monday morning to news that the Supreme Court wants to take up the validity of their marriages once again, we need healing. Until transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming people can go about their daily lives, go to the bathroom, go to work, go to school, without having to worry about their safety, their health care, their housing status, and their employment, we need healing. Until we've rooted out white supremacy and racism from the systems and structures that fill our daily lives, we need healing. Until we've built a society that values and includes everyone, regardless of race, class, differing ability, age, and identity, we need healing. And until people of all faiths and people of no faith can work together in peace and harmony for a greater common good, we need healing. And the healing that we need isn't just on a national level. It's a need right here among us. And we can have hope that we can be the people who make and hold space for the healing for anyone who needs it, ourselves included. Last night we celebrated Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, the first woman in the vice presidential office, the first Black woman, the first Asian woman who stands as a beacon of hope for little girls everywhere. And even in that moment, she reminded us that we have not arrived, that this is merely a beginning. She said now is when the real work begins, the hard work, the necessary work, the good work, the essential work to save lives and beat this epidemic, to rebuild our economy so it works for working people, to root out systemic racism in our justice system and society, to combat the climate crisis, and to unite our country and heal the soul of our nation. So friends, let's take a long, deep breath and exhale. And believe that the principles that we talk about all the time really can be a way of living, and that in our transformation through living those principles, we can transform the world around us. Let's hold each other tight, even virtually, listening deeply to one another and learning how we might meet one another's needs. Let's share the hope that is born of struggle without dismissing or belittling anyone else's struggle. And let us act boldly for justice, with actions that kindle the fire of hope and inspiration in our hearts and in our communities. So whatever healing it is that you need today, know that we will make space for it. We will not do it perfectly, and sometimes we will fail and hurt each other. And hopefully we will learn to say I'm sorry and to mean it and to move on in a different direction. But let's make this a space where we keep trying, keep loving, and keep caring until we know without a doubt that this is a place for healing. I close with these words from John Saxon entitled Part of a Larger Life. May we live with greater compassion and care for ourselves, others, and creation. May we touch each other more deeply, hear each other more clearly, and see each other's joys and sorrows as our own. May we strive to be and become more than we are, more loving, more forgiving, more kind, more honest, more open, more connected, more whole. May we heal and be healed. May we face the uncertainties and tragedies of life with hope, faith, and courage, knowing that life is good and that we are not alone. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen.